Okay, so like I said before, I had to end the guide last recording because I suck at Call of Duty. Evidently, I was getting my rocked in that game, but that's because there's no skill-based matchmaking. Sometimes I suck, sometimes I'm really good. That's how Call of Duty goes. But like I was saying, I have somebody who I would consider, and I'm sure he and himself would consider himself as a casual Call of Duty player. It's not somebody that makes content around the game. It's not somebody that, lives and breathes Call of Duty every day. However, he does like Call of Duty. It's his favorite video game. So I think this is somebody that can relate to a lot of people that do hate Call of Duty now in the current state that it's in, which I did too until Black Ops 7 came around. And that's the whole point of this interview here, is to figure out where the distaste for Black Ops 7 comes from casuals. So I guess the first question I want to ask is, why do you think casual players hate Black Ops 7 so much? Because I know you have been enjoying it, which is very different to a lot of other casuals. So why do you think that casual players see this game so different and view Call of Duty differently than somebody like myself who makes content around the game and plays it a lot? So why do you think that casual players versus hardcore players, I guess you could call them, see Call of Duty as a game differently?
I don't know. I don't know if they expect it to be like Fortnite or Battlefield, or if they want it to be more realistic, if they want it to be less realistic. I don't really know, I guess, exactly. But so, I don't know what people are looking for anymore. I really don't.
I don't either, because I enjoy Black Ops 7. I think it's the best Call of Duty we've had since Black Ops 3. That includes Black Ops 4. That includes Modern Warfare 2019, which I hated. That includes a lot of other games. I think Black Ops 7 is the best Call of Duty in the beta that we've had since Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
So I guess my next question is, what were your expectations going into this beta? Because we had just gotten off of Black Ops 6, and you can give me a little bit of your thoughts on Black Ops 6 and then roll that into what your expectations were going into Black Ops 7's beta.
Okay, so I guess I didn't really like Black Ops 6 from the first time I played it in the beta. I didn't like it. I didn't like the maps. I didn't like the flow of the maps. I didn't like the guns. I didn't like the way. I don't know. There's something about it. It rubbed me wrong from the get-go. I just drew a blank. What the hell is the question? I guess as far as that goes, my expectations honestly were pretty low. I was not sure where this game was going to go. I didn't know what the future for Call of Duty looked like, and I wasn't expecting much. If I'm being honest, I didn't really think I was probably gonna like this one at first, but then I got on and
just kind of
played the
you.
beta the very first day, and yeah, absolutely surprised me. There's a complete night and day difference between this game and Black Ops 6, and I like it a lot.
Were you like what most people, I think, when they see, because it's two Black Ops games back to back, were you expecting kind of like a Black Ops 6, but it's just in the future? Like it has a future setting, like shit maps, the movement the same, other than tac sprint, which they advertised everywhere. Was that kind of what you were thinking when you got into the game?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was pretty bummed out about after the last one. I didn't really have very high hopes.
So you're saying that you're bummed out about it, right? So like, what does this sounds really cringe and like really, gamer lord nerd, but like, what does Call of Duty mean to you as a casual player? Is it something that, as like you said, has always been a part of your life, I think you said, so you just play it like it's like brain off, you have to have a Call of Duty kind of thing?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. I mean, I played Black Ops or the Battlefield 6 beta, and I like it a lot. I think it'll be a really good game. I think it'll have a good amount of success, but it's still not Call of Duty. At the end of the day, Call of Duty has been the game I played for as long as I can remember, and it's the game I would like to keep playing.
As long as they keep making non-Black Ops 6 games, that's my...
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you think that people are judging Black Ops 7 too fast? Like they see the, some of the TikTokers, YY kids making the game look absolutely crazy with movement. Some people just don't like the futuristic setting, yet for some reason they liked Black Ops 2. So I don't know where that disparity comes from. But do you think people are judging Black Ops 7 way too fast?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that it's just a snap judgment of the game. It's not really, I don't know. And maybe some people have. A lot of people have, maybe they have played it and not liked it, but either way, I think it's, let the beta run its course, let the game come out, give it a try. Like,
it's on Game Pass.
I really don't think it's as bad as, but some people, have said that it is. I really don't think it's that. I like it a lot,
So I this is my personal opinion, but I think that people it's kind of like a trend to hate on Call of Duty. Like people are going to get mad at me in the comments for saying that, but I think it's a trend to hate on Call of Duty right now. I think they see everybody else going towards the side. And I love Battlefield 6. I think Battlefield 6 is an amazing game. I'm going to play the shit out of it. However, I think you can have both. I don't understand this. I'm going to play Battlefield 6 and not Call of Duty. Like, I'm going to play both. I think both games are really good after I did try Black Ops 7 because I was not looking forward to Black Ops 7 originally. When I first got into the game, it blew my mind how different the game actually is than Black Ops 6. So I think it's a trend for people to hate Black Ops 7. I really do. I don't think it's anything about the gameplay. Maybe people don't like the wall bounce. Maybe people don't like the wall bounce. Okay, sure. But regardless, I still think it's like a trend to hate Call of Duty right now.
Yeah, and maybe it is like you say though. I am not one that's gonna either play one or the other. I plan on playing both. It'll be nice to have 2 good games to play. Well, and with GTA 6 coming out, it'll be 3 good games to play.
Yeah, that's
it'll be nice to have some rotation.
Exactly. I don't understand why people choose one or the other. Like, I understand like some people out there might not be able to afford both. You know, they might buy one game a year, but that's fine. Get the one you won't, or get the one that you want. That doesn't mean you have to hate the other one. Is this game more frustrating to you than Black Ops 6 or any previous Call of Duty? Even though you like it, would you consider it more frustrating or more like easygoing?
Yeah, no, I would consider it quite the opposite of more frustrating. I would say some games are frustrating, some games are not. Well, that's just how Call of Duty is supposed to be. You know, you play the game, play in lobbies that have less skill-based matchmaking. Some games you'll play good, some games you won't. But that's just part of it, and I enjoy that. I really do. I enjoy the challenge, and I enjoy the games where I get to relax. It's nice to have that.
So, like you said, you were surprised, but when you jumped into the beta, was it the movement that surprised you, or the map design, which you said you liked? So that's I guess that we know was a surprise. But like, was it what else about this game surprised you? Was it the movement, the gunplay, the way that the weapons feel? Like, I noticed that for me personally, there's a lot more weapon variety in this game when it comes to the way that the guns feel. Like, the Peacekeeper is an AR, yet it doesn't feel anything like the Rampart equivalent, the MX8 or whatever it is. So, like, what else surprised you about the game other than the maps?
I mean, honestly, basically everything you just said. It's because at first, when the beta first came out, they still had skill-based matchmaking, and even with that, I still could tell right away this game's different. It's better. Between the maps, just the flow of the game because of the maps, just everything about it. It just reminds me of an older Call of Duty.
Same. That's exactly what I think about this game. It seriously reminds me of a Black Ops 3. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Black Ops 3, but to me, this game feels exactly like Black Ops 3 minus jetpacks and some extra sliding. Because Black Ops 3 maps, something I always notice is they always have a deeper middle part to the map, and then lanes on the, like, it's always a lane meets a big middle part, and then there's 2 smaller lanes on the outside. What I'm noticing is that's how almost every single one of these maps are. So I think it feels like Black Ops 3.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The guns to me do feel a lot like Black Ops 3.
Which is weird.
Black Ops 3. Like, it's very similar to, and I like Black Ops 3 a lot. So it kind of carries into this game too. I like this game.
So do you think that the majority, I guess we can call them the majority, I wouldn't, because they're not real Call of Duty fans, but do you think that, I guess I'm going to call them the majority, are overreacting about Black Ops 7, or do you think that there's some truth behind it? Which way are you leaning towards?
And like I said, I think everybody's entitled to their own opinions. No, if you don't like the game, that's your opinion, and I respect that. But at the same time, it might be a little bit of a quick judgment, kind of a overreaction, maybe.
Like, they see one trailer and that's it.
Yeah, and I think I could say that honestly. I think I was guilty of that too. Before the beta actually came out, I was not really looking forward to it. I was just like, thinking, here's another game that's gonna suck. Well, I was wrong. I realize that now. And I gave it a chance, and I've actually really enjoyed it.
So here's a good point. Did you go into Black Ops 7 already with a negative taste in your mouth? Like, because I noticed that when I booted up Black Ops 6, I had a great opinion about it, and then I played it and I hated it, other than the Omni movement, and I think that's what really turned me off of the game. But so I went into Black Ops 7 with a negative taste in my mouth already for, Call of Duty as a whole, yet that negative taste might make this game that much better for me. It might make me have a little bit of rose-tinted glasses a little bit when I look at the game. Like I might think it's better than it actually is because Black Ops 6 was so bad, kind of thing. So do you think that could be why so many people don't like the game? Because maybe they didn't have the rose-tinted glasses that I have that makes the game that much better.
Yeah, that could be too. Because like you say, I came into this game, with the same mindset. I did not like Black Ops 6, so I came into this game with the mindset, this game's probably gonna be the same. I didn't figure it was gonna be any different, and I was kind of disappointed. I gave it a chance, gave it a try, played it, and I knew from game one that it just was different. It's kind of proved me right. ever since.
So like over the years, I've noticed this too. Like every time a new Call of Duty comes out, it doesn't matter what it is, people are instantly going to hate on it. I think that a lot of that is because after 2019, a lot of the games have a samey feel to them. They almost feel like the same game reskinned. Why do you think that so many people instantly hate on new Call of Duties?
I don't know. Part of that might just be carryover from the previous games. They didn't like.
Yeah, I hated carryover. I didn't think it belonged to Call of Duty. I hated it. I guess another leeway into that, does that online hate make you less excited to, talk about the game? Do you think like if you say you like it or have an opinion on the game that you're like almost scared to share that opinion because you like the game and other people don't?
No. I think difference of opinions okay. I think though I do like the game a lot, there are people out there that don't like the game, and that's fine. I get it. Like there's certain games out there that I don't like that other people like, and that, that's good. That's the way it's supposed to be. Otherwise there'd be no variety and people would be bored all the time.
What do you think makes Black Ops 7 work for casuals? Like, because I know Black Ops 6, like I didn't think it really did just because of the way that the movement is. I think Black Ops 7 movement, even though it has wall bounce in it, is toned down compared to Black Ops 6. So that's just what I think works better for casuals. What do you think works better for casuals?
Honestly, it's the feel of the game. Being able to relax and not having to sweat every game.
And that's because of the open mosh pit playlist with no skill-based matchmaking?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
So like, I mean, this is just a question about Black Ops 7 as itself. Which maps stand out to you? Like, do you know any of the names? Like, you can just describe them and I'll put an image on screen if you don't know the names.
So I like the new one. I don't know if you pronounce it Toshin or Toshin, but that one's good.
Toshin.
Yeah, I like that map a lot. I don't know. It just plays good. I like how it's kind of lane-based,
It feels very old school to me. It feels like a Black Ops 1 map.
Yeah. No, that's probably why I like that one. Even Blackheart, I do like this map too, because at the end of the day, there's 2 outside lanes and there's a middle of the map.
And it's small. That's what I don't understand. I hated all the small maps in Black Ops 6, but I really like Blackheart. It's like Stakeout if a Stakeout was slightly bigger, but better. Like if Stakeout was an actual Call of Duty map. I like Blackheart a lot. Now, Call of Duty, if somehow you're watching this, that doesn't mean make more Blackhearts. I'm just saying I like that one specific map. Which
I like how it almost feels like they've gone back to the old school map design of, like you said earlier, a middle and maybe 2 outside lanes or a 3-lane map. It's kind of nice.
Which is weird because they advertised Black Ops 6 as having 3-lane maps. I could not see that to save my life. Those maps, Jesus. I don't know how they came out with that. Anyways, which weapons do you like in the Black Ops 7 beta?
I like the MXR a lot. I like the Peacekeeper a lot. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I kind of like all of them.
Which is weird because I couldn't find a single weapon that I liked in Black Ops 6. I really couldn't. Other than the STG conversion or whatever, that was always fun to use. It was interesting. It was unique. I think every single weapon in Black Ops 7 has a uniqueness to it. The Peacekeeper feels...
They do. And then, or if you play Black Ops 6 to me, they all felt the same.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they took the same base gun, made it look different and maybe sound a little different, and they maybe adjusted the damage and the rate of fire, but that was it.
Yep, I think so too.
It was like copy and paste kind of.
I guess this is another. I'm leewaying into another question here. Your favorite Call of Duty of all time is
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2. Okay, and the movement in that game, would you say is very slowed down a little bit?
Yeah.
It's very. It's arcadey, but it's still slower paced, right? So how did you feel? Because that's the kind of Call of Duties that you lean towards, and me too. I like slower pace yet still arcadey Call of Duties. So with Black Ops 7 having wall bounce, even though you like the game, how did you feel about the wall bounce going into it, and how do you feel about it now after you've played it?
Well, I mean, honestly, I wasn't sure what to think about the wall bounce at first before I played it, but I mean, after a game, you mess around with it, get used to it. I enjoy it.
It feels very natural to me.
Adds a little bit of one of those little tweaks that makes the game, different, and adds a little bit more, I don't know, something more to do, I guess.
Flavor.
Yeah.
So do you think that this game has slower pacing or faster pacing compared to, MW3 or Black Ops 6 from last year?
I gotta say it's slower for sure.
I think so too.
Not so slow that it's like, you're barely even moving, but
it's not Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah, but it's slowed down enough to where it flows better almost because of that.
The golden age of Call of Duty, right? Like I'm sure everybody knows that. If they're at least somewhat have their thumb in, the Call of Duty community, golden age being COD 4 all the way through Black Ops 2. Some people consider until Black Ops 3. I don't. How would you compare this Call of Duty? So if this Call of Duty was released in the middle of the golden age, do you think that this Call of Duty would be loved or hated? It's that's kind of a weird question, but
it's kind of a weird question. But I think if they gave people time to get used to it, they probably would enjoy it. I think at first people would have hated it back then, but I think if they had some time to get used to it, maybe they might have. It probably wouldn't have been too bad. 'Cause I mean, it's a little off, obviously, compared to the old games. It's still a little quicker, and still you can slide, you can the wall jump. But I don't think it's I don't think it's bad. I like it.
Yeah, I think that Black Ops 7, I think if Black Ops 7 released right after Ghosts, I think that Black Ops 7 would be considered one of the best feeling Call of Duties of all time. Because think about it, we went from Black Ops 2 to whatever the hell Ghost was, and then back to kind of an arcadey Call of Duty. So I think people would have took to it a lot more.
Yeah. No, I like I said, I think it would take them a little bit of time to get used to it. But once they got used to it, I don't think it would have been. I think it would have done good. I really do. I think it's not far off the feel of those games. Not to me, anyway.
So are there like any specific things about Black Ops 7 that makes it feel more like classic COD to you?
The maps, I guess.
Same.
In particular, the maps are probably the main thing.
For me, it's the way that the game flows. Like Black Ops 6, I felt like you always had to have your head on a swivel. Like you were going 150 miles an hour all the time, even in modes like search and destroy. But to me, Black Ops 7 feels very methodical in the way that you play the game. It feels very like the pacing's a lot better.
Yeah.
It feels like a classic Call of Duty in that way. And I think a big part of that is not having skill-based matchmaking, because when you have clones of yourself, the pacing's going to be however you play. But when you have a bunch of different variety and skill levels and play styles, you're going to have to change your pacing in the middle of a match to adapt to their play style. So I think not having skill-based matchmaking definitely affects that, but the maps are definitely really good. So I guess another question is, why do you think there's such a big gap between casual enjoyment and creators or people that play the game a lot? Like where does that divide come from?
I don't know. I kind of play the game at the end of the day, kind of just to unwind, kind of just to relax. It's kind of nice.
Versus like a creator who like always has to play the game and brainstorm stuff for it. I get that. Is COD?
I don't know. I think there's different standpoints between like playing with logic and just playing just to play.
I hate seeing, so one thing that I always noticed about these new Call of Duties, and I catch myself doing it when I play it, I think I'm sliding more than I'm sprinting.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I think everything else is good. I think the sliding needs like nerfed a little bit. So the movement demons are going to hate me for that, but
I could see where that'd be.
So how do you feel about skill-based matchmaking? Do you think it keeps you in a comfortable spot, or how do you view skill-based matchmaking?
I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it. I don't like.
And you're not a sweat. You're not a sweat. So you're kind of like in the middle. So this is kind of asking somebody who's average at the game what they think of skill-based matchmaking.
I don't like it. I like variety. I really do. I like variety in the lobbies. I like playing in those lobbies that have the guys that are a lot better than I am, but some that are also my skill level, maybe even a little below that. Just because I think it makes me better as a player. Personally. That's
kind of how I thought you would answer that. What would you change about Black Ops 7 to make it better?
I would definitely, when they go ahead and produce or like let the game release the game, I would make sure that there's no skill-based matchmaking. I wouldn't let that come back.
Is there anything like mechanically that you don't like about it?
Honestly, I can't be too picky with this one. With the way the last Call of Duty was, anything better than that, this game's a godsend from compared to that game. So I won't be too picky.
How do you feel about like skins in the game? Like, does that turn you off from a Call of Duty?
Okay, yeah. No, I wouldn't put all that extra stuff in the game. We don't need all that. That's just.
Do you think Call of Duty needs a theme? Like, would you want to see Beavis and Butthead running around in Black Ops 2?
No.
Okay, that's kind of like where I was going with that. But I kind of wanted to get, because you're a casual player, so let's do a quick recap of everything just so we can kind of get it out of the way. So skill-based matchmaking, what's your opinion?
Bad. Don't like it.
Okay,
not at all.
And you're a casual player, which is something I think Call of Duty doesn't understand. The average person, although retention might go up for a short amount of time, the long term. Here's another question before we end this. Do you feel burnt out over the years of skill-based matchmaking?
Yeah. The game got very boring.
So SBMM hate it. What do you think about the maps in Black Ops 7? Are they better or worse? Or would you consider them very good maps or just good?
One that I've played so far, I would consider them bare minimum at least good, but a lot of them are very good. Like I like the old school kind of setups.
Do you think that Black Ops 7 is overhated by the majority of casuals?
I mean, probably. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but I think that I think they'll come around to it. I really do.
Wall bounce, love it or hate it?
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then just like if you had to pick other than maps, other than weapons, what's one thing that you love about Black Ops 7?
I mean, the fact that I can play a game, relax, and still play good.
Okay. I guess my answer for that would be, it feels like an old Call of Duty to me. I don't know why. It just does.
Well, and I mean, that's probably part of it too, because in the old Call of Duties, I could play a game, still do these, and not have to play like I'm playing ranked all the time.
Do you feel that the hate for Black Ops 7, not really the distaste, but the hate for Black Ops 7 actually matches your in-game experience? Like what you notice online?
Me personally, no. No,
Me
I
neither.
no, I like it a lot. I have no reason to hate the game.
So if you had a message for casual players out there, or even the developers at Treyarch, what would that message be about Black Ops 7?
Keep it simple. Get rid of the skill-based matchmaking. And then my message for people who haven't played the game yet, or refuse to play the game, or don't like the game, or whatever, it's gonna be free, right? For a
On Game
while.
Pass, yeah.
At least, yeah, exactly. Try it. Give it a try. I didn't like the idea of it at first either, just because of the last Call of Duty I wasn't a fan of. But I gave it a try and I actually played it, and I really enjoy it.